Mr. Macron said France accepted the results of the Brexit referendum and did not wish to punish the United Kingdom. Speaking at a joint press conference with Theresa May, Mr. Macron said, "We're here neither to punish nor to reward. I want to make sure the single market is preserved because that is very much the heart of the European Union. I do not want to exclude any sector from any trade agreement to come. The negotiations will be led by Michel Barnier, but it does not mean that access will be equivalent to the access granted to a member of the single market." BBC Brexit News. Emmanuel Macron said he will not exclude British sectors from a deal with the EU. Macron was rumoured to be favouring a deal excluding financial services from the second phase of Brexit talks between EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier and Brexit Secretary David Davis. But in an apparent attempt at placating Brexiteers' turmoils against France, the EU darling reassured France will continue to foster a strong relationship with the UK after it leaves the European Union. He continued, these discussions should not in any way impact the quality of the relationship between our two countries. Brexit will never prevent a very high level of cooperation between our two countries. It can bring about some uncertainties in the short term, but I think this precisely means we have to deal with this complexity and be determined to improve the situation on both sides of our borders. We're here neither to punish nor to reward. Emmanuel Macron. Mr. Macron added that France's defence and security cooperation with the UK had not been challenged or revisited or impacted by the vote for Brexit. Mrs. May said that the UK and France were Europe's two foremost military powers, and it was incumbent on us to demonstrate leadership in meeting the great challenges of our time and upholding the international rules-based system. She said the UK-France combined joint expeditionary force would be ready to deploy up to 10,000 troops quickly and effectively to face any threat by 2020. The Prime Minister also agreed to reinforce security at Calais with extra investment, something Mr. Macron had made a top priority on his trip. Investment is expected to come to around £44.5 million.